Alright, welcome back to my channel. For those of y'all that are new, y'all do me a favor, hit the like, hit the subscribe, comment if you want to comment. But we're going to jump straight into it. I want to have a brief discussion about this so-called pastor that a lot of people are aware of. He's based here in my home state of Georgia. His name is so-called pastor, and I keep calling him so-called pastor for a reason. If you know, you know. And we got to talk about Mr. Jamal Bryant. And last week, I believe, he had a sit down with former NFL player Cam Newton. And during this sit down, because you know Jamal Bryant has a podcast, and for those of y'all that are not aware, Jamal Bryant, he is the so-called pastor of this church out in Lithonia, Georgia, which is a suburb east of Atlanta in DeKalb County, which is about maybe 20 minutes away from the heart of the city. And for those of y'all that are not aware, DeKalb County is the second largest majority black suburban county in the nation after Prince George's County, Maryland, and the DC metro area. The DC area and the Atlanta metro area are the blackest two major metropolitan areas in the country with over 5 million people or more. DC and Atlanta are both black meccas, and Atlanta has become known for its black mega churches, specifically New Birth, which is where Jamal Bryant is the pastor. And then down on the south side, we have a church called World Changers, which is headed by Creflo Dollar, who is a native Georgian, and he's been a big time pastor down here for a long time. Now, in my opinion, I personally believe that Jamal Bryant is a closeted homosexual. I don't have any evidence to prove it. I don't have any proof that he's done anything homosexual with another man. But this clip that I'm about to play, it gives you everything you need to know about how he really feels about other men. And a lot of people have been questioning Cam Newton's sexuality because of the way he dresses. But there has been no evidence to prove that Cam Newton's a homosexual either. I just think dude kind of acts a little feminine and he dresses weird. I don't like the way he's sitting with his legs all out and crossed, and he's a 6'5", 250-pound former NFL quarterback. But I'm gonna go ahead and roll the clip. I'm gonna come back with a little bit of brief commentary. But this is very, very not heterosexual behavior, and for so many people to sit up in his church every weekend after a situation like this just shows you a prime example of why a lot of black people are cooked. But here we go.
You got pretty legs, man.
Oh, man.
And they lanolated.
Man, listen,
I mean,
I'm back working out.
You put shea butter, jergens.
Oh, you see that?
They glowing in the dark.
I'm just
Now, what straight man do you know is going to tell another man he got pretty anything? He literally sitting here telling a 30-something-year-old grown man that you got pretty legs, you using shea butter on them, they glowing in the dark. And then he used the term lanolated. I've never even heard that term before, but I had to look it up, and it just means extra glossy, because for those of y'all that don't know, lanolated, it comes from the root word lanolin, which is a waxy, glossy substance they use for a moisturizer. They extract it from sheep's wool. I never even heard of that word before. First I thought he said laminated, because you know lamination is usually glossy, but don't no straight man tell no another man that you got pretty legs. And Cam Newton didn't even, clap back in a way like, hey, bro, what you talking about? Hey, man, what you mean I got pretty legs? Whoa, bro. And you supposed to be married to a whole woman. And he got kids. Cam Newton got kids. Cam Newton just not married, but
Y'all zoom in. Do not skip leg day.
Don't do that.
Do not.
Don't do that. Sometimes you got to remind people, like, it's okay, but the work has to be done.
Oh, listen, it's evident. It pays off.
Know what I'm saying? I'm back eating right, trying to live right.
Yes.
I done purged my tongue since last speaking with you.
Yeah.
So I don't curse no more. I try not to curse no more. I had a
Wow.
flare up the other day, but
Yes.
who's keeping count?
I'm not.
Other than that, man.
okay, so you see how dude was going in on brother Cam Newton's legs, man. Like I said, no straight man does that. That is a photo of Jamal Bryant's wife. Her name is Carrie Turner. She's supposed to be a pastor and an entrepreneur, author. If you look her up, I don't know a whole lot about her. I never heard of her until I found out that Jamal Bryant was marrying her. He was married previously to another woman named Giselle Bryant, based out of the Washington, D.C. area. Jamal Bryant, for those of y'all that don't know, is from Baltimore. He's not from Georgia. And I just want to give a brief backgrounder on that church out there in Lithonia, New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. In my opinion, that church is cursed. For those of you that are aware, many of you probably know this already. There was a previous pastor that had founded the church named Eddie Long. One of the biggest black mega churches in the country at the time, and it still is. It's just not as popular as it used to be. Eddie Long was caught up in a undercover homosexual scandal with some young males. They were teenage boys at the time, and he was supposed to be their mentor. He was like a father figure to them. It was a big major scandal that broke here in Georgia. He never admitted guilt. He said he was innocent, but he settled out of court for $24.5 million with these young men. I think like 4 different young men came out and told their stories about Eddie Long and what they did and how he would sleep with them. One man was in tears talking about he could not get the scent of Eddie Long's cologne off of him. That was Eddie Long's former wife. I think her nickname was Cookie. And she stood by his side throughout the whole ordeal. That's why I say that a lot of these black men that are gay are not on the down low. They may be publicly straight, but behind closed doors, a lot of their wives and women they're fooling with, they know their men are gay. They know it. They know who these men truly are behind closed doors. But these women stay with these men because of the power, because of the notoriety, because of the money, because of that status. And that's unfortunate. But Eddie Long, I mean, you just look at some of these photos he used to take of himself in these muscle shirts, these skin tight shirts, and ain't nothing wrong with working out and being healthy, but you a pastor, dude. Why are you posing like that? You know what I'm saying? And I've listened to Eddie Long's sermons back in the day. Eddie Long had some really decent sermons. He was pretty good at preaching the word. He had some really good sermons, but he had some serious demons he was battling with. And unfortunately, those demons got the best of him. And he always was preaching out against homosexuality. And lo and behold, that was the demon he was struggling with the most. And he got real sick before he passed away. They say he had some type of aggressive cancer. Some people say he had HIV, but whatever it was that took him out, it took him out. And he refused to get medical treatment because I believe he was just ashamed of what he had did and he wanted to give up. But we fast forward to today. Eddie Long's successor, Jamal Bryant, he is a queer affirming pastor as well. The man you see him pictured with right there, that's a local pastor here, or so-called pastor here named O.C. Allen, who is in a so-called marriage with another man. Y'all know I don't believe in the term gay marriage because it's not biblical. It's not of God, and I'm not going to disrespect God like that. He's clearly with another man. He's clearly gay. And Jamal Bryant did a sit-down interview / conversation with this gentleman. And he called the black church homo spiritual, whatever that's supposed to mean. Hear for yourself.
I came tonight really ministered with Minister Farrakhan. I've gone to India, met with Buddhists. I have sat in council with Jewish leaders, and never have I had the backlash of accepting a conversation with you. Because so much of the black church is homo spiritual.
Wow.
They
Wow.
only love what's like them.
Oh, come on in here.
If it is not that they can exercise.
Okay, so that was just a brief clip from the conversation he had with the gay pastor named O.C. Allen. And of course his church is full of gay people, gay black males, gay black women, and that the you could tell it was some gays in the audience. Come on up in here, you know, agreeing with, you know, Jamal Bryant. So he's pandering to gays. He panders to black women. There's a reason why 75% of the black church is made up. I'm sorry, I misspoke. The average black church is 75% black women. That's a fact. A lot of masculine, straight black men have left the black church because of so-called pastors like Jamal Bryant. And let's not forget that a couple years ago, he said that he wanted the black church to grow marijuana.
I'm looking for people that smell like weeds. No, really, is New Birth is the largest land-owning black church in America. Wow. And so my position to my deacons is, why aren't we not raising cannabis? I'll be able to bring in black males. They're able to do it legally. I'm teaching them farming.
Oh my God.
I'm helping them to enhance the ecosystem. This is the kind of conversation. So if the guy, black boy in Bankhead said, they growing weed at the church?
And this is why you call men like Jamal Bryant a wolf in sheep's clothing. Did you hear how that female on that video just now? Oh my God. When he was talking about the weed, women are naturally more gullible, man. They're designed to be led by the man. And Jamal Bryant, you know, he's a smooth talker. You know, not a bad looking dude for his age, no homo, but a lot of women might find him attractive. That's his previous wife on the first photo, on that photo right there, Giselle Bryant. She's from Maryland. She's still up there in that DC area. He cheated on her. She divorced him. They had 3 kids together. But yeah, Jamal Bryant's a womanizer. He's not a moral dude. And like Cat Williams told us,
All lies will be exposed. That's all.
All lies will be exposed. So, you know, like Jamal Bryant told Cam Newton, your legs are lanolated. So apparently Cam Newton been rubbing lanolin on his legs. Hey man, you know, I'm not surprised to hear this. I've been saying that Jamal Bryant was effeminate. He talks effeminate. He panders to black women like any other popular black pastor, because that's who comes to the black church these days in mass. And the black pastor tells the black woman what they want to hear so they can get their money. And they also know how to sell that prosperity gospel. God is going to bless you. God is going to bring you a man. God going to do this for you. God going to do that for you, instead of preaching the real gospel. And maybe if you taught these women the truth, it'll, you know, teach them how to carry themselves as real women so they can actually get them. Man, look at all those black women. You don't see no black men in that audience like that. I mean, they're in there, don't get me wrong, but the overwhelming majority of black men that go to his church are effeminate, old, or LGBTQ. Younger straight black men don't attend churches like New Birth. I never stepped foot in that church a day in my life. Like I said, I watched a few of Eddie Lone's sermons online, and I thought he was pretty decent at preaching, but look at what came out of that. He went out bad. He died a horrible death. He died in a shameful way. At this particular Sunday service on your screen, you see that's when they invited Fannie Willis to the church. And Fannie Willis, as we know, is the Fulton County District Attorney who was trying to prosecute Trump, and it came out that she was having an affair with a married lawyer named Nathan Wade. And this was another black woman breaking up another black woman's home. You know, they end up getting divorced, Nathan Wade and his beautiful wife, Josh. Look at all those black women. He got them in a chokehold. So that's the end of the video, man. I'm not going to keep rambling on because I don't want to make the video too long. I'm trying to cut my videos down. Jamal Bryant came out and told Cam Newton he got pretty legs. They're lanolated. You know, they moisturize. They looking so good. Hey, man, this is who he is. I'm not surprised at all. We should not be surprised at this dude. We should not be surprised. That church is cursed. I believe that Jamal Bryant, at the rate he going to bust hell wide open. A lot of his followers gonna bust hell wide open because you're not reading your Bible. You're not looking at the signs. You're not having discernment. You should not be in the church like that. He's no good. He's a liar, and he's a master manipulator. And it's sad to see so many people that look like me that are following him straight to hell. But y'all share y'all comment. I'll catch up.